Well, we just turned on the mods for seasons, and I have Southern Alberta, I believe, for my uh, season. And it looks like it's early spring, so that can only mean one thing. We should definitely start planting, so Big Blue here is going to get a lot of work out. But that's fine. Let's see if we can find oh yes, there it is. Let's I need to figure out early spring, so it looks like oilseed radish could be harvested as well as poplar. Nothing is ready to plant just yet other than grass. So we got a little bit of time. But in the meantime, I want to go see how my bales did, if they survived. It does look quite sad with all of our dead fields here and dead plants. It'll be interesting to see how the landscape changes from time to time. This has all been harvested before nightshade. Oh, okay, I see. I see they're telling us what kind of plants were previously there. Interesting. So it looks like there's a chance of rain in the forecast as well. Yeah, I believe my bales are all there. That is wonderful. We're just going to jump right back here. Now, I should probably, if I want to be wise, I should get all this cultivated. So, let's grab a cultivator and now I know I can't go for a huge one, but yeah, it's 300 horse. I might have to go for something 140 I could probably pull. That's a 5 meter. Why don't we grab this and lease it for now, just because we don't know if we can actually properly use it. There it is. Wipers are on automatically for some reason. And away we go. We'll head on down to the store and grab our cultivator, sorry, and see if our tractor can actually pull it. A little bit of drizzle in the day is perfect for cultivating, I think. Well, moment of truth. Will the tractor pull it? Or will it not? Oh yeah, that's actually better than I thought. Most of the time they only do about 15 clicks an hour and it's doing 17. I think it could handle a weight in the front as far as that goes. I took off the front end loader just so it can make its turns a little better, but now it looks like it's doing quite alright. So we're gonna let this all play out. We'll let him finish his cultivating, and he's got tons to do, let me tell you. So I won't worry about that too much. I've really got to say, this little T5 is definitely earning its keep here. It is performing just wonderfully. I have no complaints at all. 15, 16, and 17 kilometers an hour. That is some good cultivating right there. I don't even know what model it is because it's kind of stuck behind it. Oh, it's a 100, T5 100, as it is a 99 horse tractor. But just look at it go, just holding 16 down. That is quite impressive. Gotta say, I'm very, very impressed with this machine. I think it'll do us good for quite a while yet. And it's starting to rain. Well, that is actually perfect. We need that. It is still quite early spring, and we need the ground nice and soft for when we start seeding. So this is perfect. Exactly what we want. Good little rain will get us going.
2 hours later.
Well, wouldn't you know it, 10 o'clock in the morning and we're all done cultivating. That is perfect. We started from about 6 this morning, doing all kinds of odd chores. And now by 10 we're all done. We can't do any seeding yet. It is as it is only day 1. So we're gonna have to fast forward time, and I guess we can do that on the next episode, or what do you guys think? Well, as you can see, we are in the second day of spring, and I'm doing only 3 days per season just to help speed things up. So it's mid-spring right now. The time right now is 7 o'clock in the morning, still raining. Showers should be over shortly. If we go to our seasons menu, we can see wheat, barley, and oats, canola and sunflower can all be planted now. Corn will have to wait a little bit longer. So what we're going to do, I think we're going to start with some oats, and we'll see where we go from there. Now oats is a grain I'm sure we could probably sell for a good price in the fall, but we're not worried about that just yet. I just need something so I can get more straw. So here we are. We're going to go ahead and grab this nice T5, and we're going to grab the old planter here. And why don't we get to planting? There it is. It's interesting to note that this planter has wheels that go perpendicular to the way the planter normally operates. So if I unfold, you can see that now it would pull from where that other wheel is. And it's funny that I can still fold that up, but nevertheless, that is what it is. So right now it's showing wheat in here. We won't want wheat. We're gonna go with oats. I don't know if the game will allow me to plant in the rain or not, but we're about to find out. We're going to get this thing situated in a place where we can get started, and we'll let it go to town. So in between doing all of this, I just might do a few missions here and there, help out some of the neighbors to plant. Oop, we should actually unfold first. Yeah, help out some of the neighbors to plant their fields as well. So we're going to go ahead and hire a worker. Yeah, I didn't want to see it plant sideways. That just did not look right at all. You'll notice I'm going a little bit overlapped. That's just to give me a little more grace for if the field should not be perfectly square. So we're going to leave this fella here to do his thing. And we need to see what else we need to do in order to get ready for cattle. The goal is to have cattle by fall. So I'm going to jump right over here, and where's my truck? Over here. Good old truck. So we're going to go visit the cow barn, see what it looks like right about now. I have big plans for it, so I'm hoping that we'll be able to do a lot with our cattle in the days to come. So what you're seeing right here is 3 barns, or is it only, it looks like it's 3, and they're all pretty well identical, and we're gonna fill them up, but I do have plans to turn field 25, which you see off sort of to the right and behind me. I want to turn that into farms as well, or perhaps I could, you know, do the field in behind the barn, which would be 26. Not sure yet. We'll see when the time comes and we actually go and buy some cattle. Now it looks like it is only 2 barns, but 3 milk tanks. Very interesting. So we're anxiously waiting for the day we can start with cattle, but in order to do that, we're going to need to make a lot of hay. And we're going to have to put up a lot of hay. So that's all going to happen. This here is planted in grass. I am sure in just a little bit of time we can probably cut this. You know, probably somewhere is about early summer we can get first cut, and we'll move on from there. If we look at the temperature right now, it's about 3 to 4 degrees Celsius, so it is borderline too cold to plant. I'm hoping that it'll still work, but we take a look at our seasons menu, it looks like it'll be warming up to about 10 degrees today, which should be great. By noon it's about 10 degrees. And Sunday looks to be even better, so hopefully we get everything done on Saturday, and Sunday we can just chill, and then Monday should be nice and toasty. Very cool. Well, while we're waiting for our cedar to finish, which is going to take quite a while, I figure probably the better part of the day, we're going to have a look at our markets here and see what we're looking at. So oats, they typically sell for quite a high price right about now, second week of spring, or second phase, I suppose you could say. Only competition would be the first week of winter, or month, I suppose. Yeah, if there's 3 days in a season, that would make it a month. So oats is definitely on the table, and if we look around at these other products, we can tell there's a lot of different things. Hay is really expensive right about now. Makes sense, because you pretty much fed out your cows with all of the hay that you had stored up, and now you're starting to look around if you were short at all. Straw is pretty even throughout, and animal prices are also pretty straightforward. Looks like much lower prices for the Ayrshire. Very good. And the sailors are pretty even throughout. Looks like there might be a sale first week of summer, or first month. And these are pretty level as well in the Holstein. Brahmas are definitely looking more expensive, with sales in the first month of summer. So while this fella or lady, I don't know what it is, but looks like it's a fellow this time, while they're out seeding, we might as well start helping the neighbors. We got someone helping us. There's no harm in helping the neighbors. Let's go to our contracts and see what we got going on. Field 14, Field 1, and Field 15. Now this one here I think would be really nice to do. It's a big field. It's got a good price tag to it. Although Field 43 makes a lot more money. 60 acres. But I really like the Steiger and the Seed Hawk. So I'm thinking maybe we jump on that one. And we'll borrow items. Okay. And we go back. There we are. Very good. And we are off. Now this is going right back to my farm on field number 1, which is really cool. Means I'm helping my neighbor right north of me. That's really good. Always got to help out a neighbor when you can, right? So this is gonna go north, and we will see you guys once I'm at the field. There we go. We got her all spread out, and we hire a worker. Let them get to work. This way we got both farms planting something. I love how it marks it as wheat, even though I was supposed to plant soybeans here. It is what it is. They will know what they want, and I'm sure they'll adjust the seed accordingly. So while he's out doing his thing, I'm gonna go check out my little tractor, and my planter looks so tiny compared to his. It is laughable. But I will get my field done as well, sooner or later. We can see the quad track is about just over halfway done its field, although I don't think the same can be said for my tractor. But this should be good. Let's have a look. Yeah, we'll go on a limb and say not even quite a quarter way done. My goodness. Yeah, one day we're going to upgrade that planter and our planter tractor. Someday. Not quite right now, but someday. It's good to start from the bottom. Makes you appreciate when you actually do get bigger equipment. Okay, for some reason, this fella decided to start planting my fields with wheat. Not sure what that was all about. But that does lead me to an interesting thought. Can I use this worker, even though it's not my planter, to plant my field? I already have plan B in place, but this could be plan C. So we're going to let this guy fold up, and I need to see what kind of damage this fella's been doing. From the look of it, there is wheat on field 1, which is going to be a terrible mistake. I may have to go back and change this to soybeans and replant field number 2. Well, that was a costly mistake, I would say. Oh my goodness. Because if he... Let's just make sure we have everything in order. I'm second guessing everything. Field 1 sowing. He wants it planted with soybeans. So, helper D is blocked by an object. Yes, I'll get to helper D in just a second. But we have bigger... We got bigger pickles to fry, so to speak. Yeah, I did get a little impatient with my little planter, and so I figured, you know what? The exact same planter comes in a dual form, which only requires 130 horse. And I know that the New Holland is a 99 or 100 horse. So it's like, what could go wrong? I'll probably end up being able to pull that, but do double the width at once. So I took the old Massey 275 and picked it up from the store, filled it up. You can see it there off to our left. So we're going to give that a go in just a bit. But we need to sort this farmer's field out. Realistically, if I look under contracts, it should say collect, but as it is, it doesn't now. So we've wasted a lot of money and done a lot of nothing. And that is a farmer's worst nightmare, when he's done a lot of work but isn't getting paid for it. That is honestly a little bit tragic. So we got soybeans here now. Why don't we get these wings unfolded, and we'll start from this side so he doesn't go onto my field right away, because that is also terrible. It looks like he kind of skipped that last row. Very, very interesting. Let's see where those wings end up, and we can align the field accordingly. Something like that should do it. But we will dismiss this worker. Oh, detach the little planter. And we're going to go ahead and grab this double size. Same planter. Exact same one. This is just a dual. So I'm really hoping that this is going to double up the speed. Which it should if it's a dual planter. You know, it's got exactly twice as much. I don't know why the strobes are on. Just like so. And we will hire. Please tell me you can pull that. Oh yeah. That doesn't look like too bad of a challenge for it at all. I would say we have a winner. 12 is okay for a little tractor. And we can take the Massey. And what we're going to do with this little planter, we're not going to get rid of it just yet. We are going to take this little boy and we're going to start him on the other side of the field. We also have oats. Oh shoot, I should have checked if that was oats. Yes it is. Scared myself for a second. So what we're going to do here, we are going to start off in this far corner and we're going to start planting oats there. That way we should have all the little bits and pieces done by the time the New Holland gets around to here, which should really save us on time. And I really need to monitor that quad track a little more and make sure he's not goofing up again. So here we are. Drop that little seed drill down and get to work. Also driving 12. That is perfect. I see I left a little strip out. That is fine. Okay, here we go. I see him turning around. Now please tell me that you're going to plant soybeans correctly. I really want you to, please. Does he back up? Oh, so there's a strip at the end I'm gonna have to do later. I see that now. Interesting. Wow. Well, that's good to know. I can do that strip at the end. That's not a big deal. But at least he's going the right way and not planting my fields, which I'm very thankful for. And we'll hop on over to our little New Holland. They seem to be doing a great job. Doesn't look like he's struggling very much. I'm still very impressed with the little cultivators I see right here. They're supposed to be cutting the tire tracks away, and they do a good job of it. You don't see any tire tracks at the end. That is a really well thought out design. And our little Massey's doing his thing. Just planting away. That is excellent news. Perfect. The Massey's got 3.6 hours on it. Very good. But the New Holland's catching up quick. And just like that, we're all done. So there is still a little bit of wheat on the field, but we won't worry about that. That's not our field to worry about. The wheat might stand later and I might cut it off with a different combine, or he can deal with it once he cultivates. So we're all done here, and we deserve to have... Look at that. He reimbursed me for planting wrong, and I got 66,000. Goodness me. That is amazing. I didn't even know they could do that. Well, don't mind if I do collect that. That was great. Oh my goodness. So I'm seeing soybeans here. Now let's run forward and see if we can find any spots where the wheat will still be, or if it just kind of translated over into everything being soybeans. It would appear so. Well then, we have nothing to worry about, do we? Little Massey here has been doing really well. He's taking care of all the little nooks and crannies. He hasn't done a perfect job of planting, but we can go over that with the big planter a little later on. But overall, he's been doing really well. I think I'll probably end up squaring off some of these fields a little better, just so the tractors have a little more room to turn around and whatnot. But the blue New Holland has just been catching trees left, right, and center. It's been pretty stressful, to be honest, watching him work. Here we go. That's the end. Now, sir, please. There's no need to go that far. Turn around. Let me see you. I wonder where he's going. I don't understand the logic there. Is he gonna try to do a little triangle? No, I don't think so. I think he is turning around, but that is such a massive loop for nothing. Unreal. Whatever the case, we're gonna be super duper planted, that's for sure. There's gonna be no lack of seed in the ground. Just costing me a whole bunch of money, that's all. Good thing I got that reimbursement. Oh, I see. He's trying to plant over those little corners and what have you. I don't know why he's doing that. And now that I hired this guy, he's going to be making a mess of things, isn't he? But how about, instead of you worrying about all those little details, how about we get you on the big section of the field? We got the little Massey to take care of this here. You pay attention to the big stuff. How about that? Yeah, like right here. This is your position on the field, okay? Now get a move on. Little Massey wants to do some work. With our planting pretty well sorted, I think we might just want to jump in and help another neighbor. I was complaining before about spending $20,000 to help a neighbor seed, but you know what? After I saw the reimbursement I got for my mistake, I think it might be worth it. So we're gonna go ahead and find another neighbor in need and see if any of them need any help. So we do have cultivating, which is a very, very small field, and our tractors are busy, and that's not a very high payout. So we could do another $30,000 contract, or we could do a almost $44,000 contract, and it's planting with corn. 60 acres. That is field 14. I will borrow the items, seeing as I don't have a corn planter. And I think we're going to set these fellas off to work. So here we are. I believe we're on field 14. That is correct. And it looks like corn is sunflower and soybeans, sugar beet and cotton are the only things we can plant. And we're going to check one more time, make sure we're actually planting corn correct. So here we go. Yeah, you set those planters on down and let's get to business. So we're gonna let this guy hammer down and do his thing. And we're gonna go see how our blue New Holland is faring. Hopefully not stuck somewhere again. I have my doubts though. No, actually, surprisingly, they are making it back. And I believe our Massey should be able to bring that on home. And we should be done seeding our field. That is great news, guys. 3 hours on the New Holland and 4.5 hours on the Massey. I wonder if the hours shouldn't be multiplied by tens. So it'd be 450 hours? Maybe. Whatever the case, it's not that important. But once this thing comes to the end of the field, we got to stop it, park it, maybe wash it. That would be good. And that should be it for the planting of our fields. Unless we, well, no, we got to do, was it 25? Yeah, we got to plant field 25. What should we plant on there? That's a really good question. Because we definitely want to plant something there. Or do we want to build all of our buildings there? That's always a big question. I don't think we want to. I think we would rather plant something on 25 and maybe by 24 or 21 and then put some barns up there. 24 would be a nice place to put some barns up. That way it's further away from our house. We don't need to get all that smell wafting over. I think that's what we'll do. The T5 here is just about done with the row. I keep forgetting the model number. I think it's a T5 100, isn't it? It is. Because it's considered a 100 horse tractor. This planter has done really well though, I gotta say. I am very, very impressed. Just like that. That should do it for you. We'll bring this on back to the shop. Get this all washed off. And we can park it. I honestly don't know where I want to park this. Seeing as we now have 2 planters. Maybe I should just go do field 25. Plant that. While the Massey's coming back. And we'll wash the Massey in the meantime. And we'll wash this thing after it's back home again. How's that sound? I'm liking it. So field 25 is just straight up ahead to our right. We'll get started here right shortly. And what do we want to have? I could do canola, but I feel like I have some canola. I don't want soybeans. I don't want grass. Man, what do you do? Maybe some barley? I don't know. I'm feeling like barley today. We'll make some beer, I guess. Wait, do we make beer with barley? I know it's with hops, but what else? Beats me. It's besides the point, I guess. You can tell I tried to plant something here earlier and was not very successful. So here we go. We'll replant. Right straight through the stubble. Massey here is just about done as well. we will wash him once he gets to the end. Corn planting is moving along. It's not fast, but it is moving along. This is a massive field and it's going to take a while for this thing to be done. I am just curious how they're going to maneuver their turn. That is my biggest concern here. I don't want them to keep clipping trees. Looks like they're going to attempt to back up. And let's see what the next maneuver is. Honestly, I should just have them going side to side. They might need to make more turns. Yeah, why don't we do that? They'll make more turns, but at least they're not hitting trees the whole time. I think that is a safer bet, all things considered. So we're going to hire you right from here, my friend. And you get to work, you do your thing, and we'll catch you a little later on. How's that? With the Massey all done here, I think it's safe to say it needs a good wash, and after that I might go to field 26 and maybe fertilizer. I saw that the grass was ready to grow, or ready to go. It was ready to be cut, but unfortunately the problem seems to be that it's not very well fertilized. So I'd like to fertilize it just a bit, and in our next episode we can do some hay. How was that? I think that's a wonderful idea. So these things with their swivel wheels are quite something to get used to. I wonder how the other planter is going to be when I try back in that. Looks like helper E is blocked by an object. We'll have to take a look at that right shortly. We're just going to pull ahead and jump to helper E, which of course has to be hooked up somewhere on a telephone line or something. What else is new, bud? What else is new? Why is it everyone driving the new equipment that struggles to drive around poles and stuff? Why is this a thing? Oh well, I should know better. There we go. You are not blocked by an object. You just hustle along. Or is that the corn planter that I'm seeing complaining? There we are. Let's have a look. No, they shouldn't be blocked. Oh, please don't tell me you're planting this field. No. There we go. All settled in. Alright, I'm gonna go get the fertilized spreader and let's go give that grass just a little more fertilize, just a little more love, right? Make sure we're gonna get top-notch hay once we start cutting. That'll be next episode, guys. It'll be summer by then and we'll be busy fertilizing, we'll be busy cutting. We're gonna have a lot of work ahead of us. And I can't wait. And they're off. It looks like I got a little shy of the edge of my border here, but that's okay. The planter's running pretty good. We're getting some fertilizer on the grass. This should be good. Yeah, I gotta try that sycamore. I have a feeling I'll be replacing it very shortly, but I do have to try cutting with the sycamore just simply for the visuals of it, right? Because there's something about a sycamore so old-fashioned, so simple, and yet it does the job. And people have been using a sycamore for as long as I can remember, and probably longer than that. In fact, you can still find the sickle part on newer combine headers, as they also have a cutter bar that uses very, very similar technology to the old sickle mower. In fact, I can probably show you right about now while we're waiting for everyone else to finish up. So here you can see there's little teeth here, and there's one row of teeth on the top, one row of teeth on the bottom, and when they cross they go back and forth this way, back and forth, much like your hair clippers, what have you, and they'll cut grass And if it was on a combine, it would be cutting whatever crop you had. It is a very straightforward way of doing things, and it has worked for a long time, and that is why it continues to be used even today. So I was just curious if I have the same blades here, and yes I do. There's another fine example of it. You can see the little black teeth. They have little slots cut in them, and when these triangular blades run through them, they create a cutting motion. Very cool. By the way, I can't wait to use this header. I don't even know if I used this in the previous episode or not, but I still can't wait. And with that nice combine there, this is going to be a lot of fun. Soon enough, we're going to need to have a chaser bin or a grain cart. That time is quickly approaching us. And just like that, we got our field number 25 done. I had to hesitate there for a sec. I didn't want to say that wrong again. Yeah, 25 is now planted with barley, so that is good. I'm gonna go and rinse this unit off, and I think that should be good. So we're gonna make sure the corn planting is finished before we sign off on this episode. So just stick around and we'll hop on over to the cornfield. And look at that, we are all done with our corn planting here. So we're going to go ahead and collect. That's a nice $37,000 paycheck. Thank you very much. Looks like there's a few more planting ones that we could be doing. Oh, a 47,000 of field 4. My goodness. But I think that should do it for this episode. So thank you guys very much for sticking around, for watching. And if you guys liked the video or you want to see more of it, leave a like, subscribe if you're new or you find yourself coming back every once in a while. That way you don't miss any episodes whenever I do bring them out. Awesome, guys. Well, we will see you in the next episode when it's time to make hay. Take care, guys.